Today's mission was simple: find the highest rated Portuguese restaurant in the Ironbound section of Newark, New Jersey. Spoiler alert, we failed miserably. O Pipo Tavern has an impressive 4.7 stars on Google reviews. But unfortunately, no stars from us today, as we didn't realize they were closed on Mondays. But not a problem, pivot to plan B. Let's visit the highest overall rated restaurant in the Ironbound, the Five Corners Italian Ristorante. With a 4.8 star review, what could go wrong? Turns out, a lot could go wrong. They were also closed today for a private event. Management felt terrible turning us away, and even offered us free dessert at their sister restaurant across town. But at this point, my wife was in full hangry mode. So we pivoted again, this time to Newark sem Reserva, one of our go-to spots. They serve Leitao daily, have a solid 4.6 star review, and is one of the Ironbound's best kept secrets. It can be hard to find, nestled into a quiet residential street, and finding street parking is an Olympic sport, but 100% worth the trouble. Newark has a great setup: a covered European-style outdoor area, a cafe counter for quick bites and coffee orders, and the dining room feels modern, yet still gives off that authentic Portuguese vibe. Right away, they hit us with the fresh, warm bread, and if you walk into a Portuguese restaurant that doesn't immediately shove bread in your face, red flag, leave. Bonus points for serving room temperature butter and not expecting me to thaw frozen butter packets in my pockets like other restaurants. And speaking of pet peeves, I don't need to read a novel to order lunch. Extra points for a one-page menu. Simple, easy, no panic attacks. For an appetizer, we went the traditional route with camarão aguilho. A bit pricey at $18, but worth every penny. Perfectly seared shrimp, swimming in garlic lemony sauce with just the right amount of spice. This sauce was begging to be mopped up with bread, which of course I did, because that's not optional, that's Portuguese law. My wife ordered the classic Portuguese beef stew, and it tasted like something straight out of my grandmother's kitchen. And the beef was so tender, you could cut it with a stern look. Of course, I ordered the Leitao, but unfortunately by the time we arrived, they were sold out for the day. So I went with the T-bone steak instead. But like my grandfather used to say, when life closes one pig, it opens a cow. Not really sure what he meant by that. The steak was large and a quality cut, cooked perfectly to my requested temperature, with a great sear, served with roasted potatoes and asparagus on the side. Needless to say, I cleaned the plate. For dessert, I had the tres leches as recommended by the waitress. Not your typical Portuguese dessert, but super fresh, incredible flavor, and moist enough to need a PG-13 warning. And of course, you can't finish a Portuguese meal without an espresso. One sip and suddenly I had enough energy to build a deck and argue about soccer. The bill came out to $117. Our waitress was super friendly and attentive, so we left the $25 tip. And by we, I mean my wife told me to. And if you liked this review, don't forget to like and follow. Next time, I'll attempt to review the highest rated Portuguese restaurant in New York City. Wish me luck.